Come on and enjoy us.
Y'all, today you're going to find out why I didn't get into frags until I was in my 40s with some help from Stirling Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop here. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack. Cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we would like to talk about Stirling's shampoo and conditioner bars. We love using these. For me, the conditioner bar lasts twice as long as the shampoo bars.
I use these and the Phoenix shampoo pucks, but I always use their conditioner bars. Haverford is my favorite, and conveniently, it breaks into 4 pieces, equally usable, exactly at the right time for you to call and order another conditioner bar from Stirling Soap Company. And what is our soap today?
We are about to find out what Marcus smelled like for his 10th birthday. Let's meet the soap.
All right, y'all, from the sales page at stirlingsoap.com.
This is a great scent that says, I've seen every episode of Matlock and I'm proud of it, inspired by English leather.
Now, y'all, hold on a second. This scent is the reason for 20 years I didn't like colognes. But why, you ask? Well, this is a picture of me when I was 13 years old having Christmas on Inman Avenue in Stockton, California at my grandparents' house with my Aunt Jan and Uncle Tom. They were older than my parents. They did not have children. And well, let's just say that sometimes their choices in Christmas gifts were a little interesting, because what I am holding in this picture is a high-level luxury gift set of English leather. Y'all, that smile on my face didn't last long, because as soon as I opened my very first EDP I had ever been given, imagine being hit in the face with the dankest, darkest, pokiest, dirtiest leather you could possibly imagine, and being told to put that on and go to school. I think it was probably a gift for my Uncle Tom, and it was like re-gifted to me. Maybe. But a word of advice. If any of you have a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 13-year-old nephew, and you're looking for something to get him for Christmas, maybe not make him smell like heavy leather, right? So I'm curious to see if this is going to be the same scent that is burned, seared into my memory, or if the years in between this Marcus and this Marcus will have matured my nose a bit. Who knows? But there are some answers hiding in that box. Oh, I forgot we had Dunshire.
It's waiting.
Waiting. Hold on. Stay tuned for that. But you are here to see that. Look at that beautiful color. That is the color that it kind of smells like.
I can see. That's like the exact kind of leather color I'm picturing.
Oh, Frozen Tundra.
It's been waiting a long
might be
time.
an iffy soap over on Instagram Live, because we are told that that smells basically like dirt. And there it is. There it is. This perfect encapsulation of a very vivid scent memory from my 13th birthday, which is right next Christmas, unfortunately. Well, are you ready? Because I feel like I need to commandeer this first impression.
How many years has this whiff waited? I don't know.
I'm thinking like 15 to 50. So 35 years since I've smelled this. But y'all, look at my face. It's as if I smelled it this morning. I could absolutely describe for you what it smells like. Well, and what's funny, it smells almost like wet leather, but not in a good way, like wet dog leather to my memory.
Okay.
So I don't see any wet dogs on this, but let's see what we get. All right, here we go. Taking it in. It's a handsome pour.
Okay. I don't know if we're ever going to use all that, but that's okay. I know, we do.
Here we go.
Maybe?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, this is wild.
Time warp?
Yeah, you guys. Oh, hold on.
So Rod and Mandy at least kept it honest. It doesn't seem like they've changed much.
Right. Okay. My nose can actually appreciate this better now.
Okay.
Especially having just done Dark Cathedral or Leviathan.
Right.
Kind of. Mm-hmm. It's in those lanes of things. So I do get it now as a grown-up. Maybe in the way if you asked me to taste like foie gras.
There you
if
go.
we were at a really fancy meal, like I would get it.
Right.
But I don't like that. The foie gras. I mean, this is actually growing on me a little bit, but you know what? There was more of a potent, nasty, on purpose, dank, dark note that I do remember from the original, assuming that this was not like a counterfeit.
It says English leather on that box,
that
so
my aunt bought on the street corner. But no, it's a little bit different. This is softer. This is a bit more nuanced. This was so incredibly bossy. Okay. Like, my mom knew in the kitchen if I opened this in the bathroom.
Oh, dear. But maybe in the soap, it's a little better, like, with that base. We'll know when we get to the splash.
And you know what? This is kind of smoothing out to be a little bit like where leather would meet soap.
Okay.
Like, it's got kind of a nice congenial lane that it is in. The other one, y'all, along with, like, the wet leather quality, it almost had, like, a burnt leather quality in the original.
Like a plasticky leather?
Yeah, oh yeah. Just like something where your nose goes, something doesn't belong. Like when you do leave the plastic spatula on the burner when you turn it on. That kind of alarm goes off in your head, went off in mine when I was little. This is a more nuanced version of what I got. And it's softer. And, and it's rounder. And it's good. Nicer. It is still super manly.
Yeah.
Like if I needed to figure out how to get my saddle on a horse, I'd ask somebody to smell like this.
Okay, I'm with you.
But it's nice. It's nice. I don't hate it.
Okay. We're not completely traumatized. That's good.
Right. Now, if I were to just kind of discuss this on its own merits, it's not really that beautiful, spicy, broken in red leather barber chair that I talk about. And it's not exactly the saddle leather either from the Western supply store that we have down the street. It's probably somewhere in the middle. So I don't think they chose a particular like leather note for this. I think it's like a leather accord built of several different kinds of leather. That being said, I think if I put on the EDT of this and went and taught my choir of little kiddos, they would let me know they weren't happy.
It needs a specific audience.
Right. But again, this for me is way nicer than the version I had. And if you had it too, put it in the comments because I'm curious what happened. Maybe this version was like old.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they kept it in the house too long or it's hot in San Diego. Who knows? But this is a more nuanced, softer, rounder, more pleasurable version. I don't get anything really besides leather inside this, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Like almost a singular set note, singular accord kind of thing. The same way that Nordost did that singular thing with orange, with just a of smoke. Orange masterpiece. This is that, the leather masterpiece. I get it. And you know what? You can get shades of the wet part. You can get shades of the burnt part. So you can tell that those are the same kind of DNA. But again, this was way squinchier.
When I looked it up, it said this technically came out, scent-wise, in 1949. So I'm even more curious to smell it now, knowing that that's how old this originally kind of was.
Older than my Aunt Jan. She's not screaming.
Well, it's funny. I'm getting more of like an oak moss forward hit before I get to the leather. Like there's something in the beginning that I'm like, wait, the leather's not hitting me right away.
Yeah, you're right. This is a lot of oak moss. That might be the difference, because my original was not.
But you still are not an amazing fan of oak moss, so I can understand maybe that's more what you were getting. The leather's not the leather I was expecting. I thought it was going to be way more in your face, like plasticky leather. Like, I think I even was going more batters up-ish. Like, something in it was just so undeniably leather that you couldn't smell anything else. So the fact that the oak moss brought me in changed my tune. And I maybe it's more like an international leather because it's technically British leather or English leather. Like, something's happened to the leather that's not the one that we kind of get more often.
I think in the original, the reason that I am sensing this a little bit more dapper and round and things is this is a little bit more oak mossy, a little bit more barbershoppy. I think the original had birch tar because when you said batters up, I was like, that's the one from my memory. That's the British leather I'm thinking of. So I wonder if a little do-si-do was done here, but I do know that you pulled up the scent notes for the original English leather.
But they're there.
And we'll check those out in a minute. But you're right. That's oak moss, where for me, the original was birch tar.
Okay. All right. So I'm not wrong in thinking that it would be more
you're
that
right.
route.
You're right. That is definitely oak mossy.
Because this is more palatable. It's still not something like, I think if you were wearing this and you had it turned up to the maxes of probably what the original was,
right.
I could see where that would be definitely pokey to me.
Yeah.
But this is almost disguising the pokey, but by layering other things in it that are still not completely appetizing, but not a complete deterrent. Like, it's just there. It's a lot of, like, things that are strong together.
And now I am getting waves of Varenne.
Okay.
Glastonbury from Stirling. Yeah, you are right. This is oak mossy. That's what
So
it's doing.
instead of me assuming it was going to be a brand new striking in-your-face leather, it's not suede-y. It does have, like, there's a character to the leather. It's still maybe more of like a briefcase shiny bag leather. Like there's something turned up, maybe like a suit leather thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's still completely leather. If you could make leather its own fougere, could that be a way to put this together?
There you go. Leviathan was a leathery soap. This is a leathery fougere.
It's just because the greens in there are
100%.
making it a little more, I don't want to say staticky, but there's something about how they're bouncing around together that they're not quite sure how they belong.
That's exactly how I would describe this to the brethren who love their fougères. This is a leathery fougere.
It's not a dark leather because I think I was picturing more that. This is more that lighter color that's on the label. But it's not like if you walked into a store that only sold leather either. Like something's different about it.
That's warmer, cleaner, like suedier, I think.
This is definitely stronger. It has a lot more confidence in what it is than I was expecting. But I do get more of an older guy. I can see why you getting this at a younger age. It's a little kind of toxic-y that you don't know what to do with it.
It's a college professor, one without a real great sense of humor. That's this.
And it's the only thing he wears all the time. So like you smell it before you see the guy. Like it is that.
His office smells like this. His tweed coat just has this
There you go.
on the sleeves. How'd I miss the oak moss? I feel like a failure. I feel like I have let you all down. How did I open an oak moss bomb? And I just went back to my memories instead of to
it's
the oak
named
moss.
leather. So I'm going to say that that's where it kind of puts you.
Well, why don't we build a lather and go look at the original scent notes for English leather? All right, y'all, since the only scent note listed for British leather is Andy Griffith, we're going to go over to the Fragrantia website and look at the scent notes for English leather. We start with
Top notes of bergamot, lemon, lavender, rosemary, and orange.
lies!
Maybe when we get to the splash, but here...
Nope. I mean, if they're in here, it's at 1 or 2%.
Yeah.
They're just meant to be a hint, a shadow, a sparkle.
Reading ahead, I'm not actually seeing oak moss, but we'll see what we think.
Reading ahead, I'm so confused. I might see these a little bit more in this old version, only because this was so dense. This was so rich. This was so potent. All of these could have been hiding in here.
Maybe.
This is a little bit more of a looser, whiter, less intense scent, but the oak moss is becoming the loudest singer. Rose, iris, honey.
Those are the middle notes.
Honey.
Those sound much more pleasant. I don't know if I get all the floral action, though. Can you?
No. Well, I think the problem is I have assigned this a cubby hole in my brain, and it's really hard to get it back out again. The base notes are leather. Leather. Cedar, musk, vetiver. Oh, here's a surprise. Tonka bean.
They were trying to help it a little bit.
Coumarin under there, right? Little vanilla hint, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay, so all I'm reading here is leather, oak moss, which is not here.
Not here.
And then leather.
But
Lies.
something that's close to an oak moss
Lies.
if it's not.
Lies. And go look at the Candy Cane website and see that there's no chocolate in that for more lies. We're totally kidding, Rod. We know you're not lying. But this really smells like oak moss. In fact, I would be curious to reach out to Rod and be like, do you get oak moss in your British leather? Because I really do.
So this is where I was confused because English leather is the scent, but then it's also by the company English leather. But in that picture, they had a bunch of other scents. So I was really confused with that.
There was like a musk. There was like it was called Wind Drift. The blue one. It was kind of an aquatic. All right, y'all. This is my small size KUN Workshop lather bowl. It's the copper ore version because my mama grew up in Nevada County where they had lots of red dirt and copper and gold ore. The thing I like best about these KUN bowls is they really are individual works of art. I know this looks like this, but if you order a copper ore one, it's not going to look like this at all. Same colors, but it's going to be the inspiration of whatever the artist was doing that day.
I thought it matched the British color of the label here.
It does.
So.
Then I'm going to grab about that much soap out of that tub and shove it into the loving octopus arms of our KUN bowl. The goal of our lathering process at first is just to transfer the soap from the bowl up onto the bristles of the brush. I don't want to start building a lather right away because that's how you get these giant bubbles and a big old frothy lather. I like to control the size of my bubbles when I build them, so they start tiny bubbles. So watch, I'm just going to use a little bit of that water that's hanging out at the bottom of the bowl to start moving the soap up onto the bristles. I'm not building a lather yet. I'm just moving the soap. And about every 30 seconds, I'm going to turn the brush so those bristles have a new orientation to come at the soap. And then there is the Jerry Plessy method of in between doing circles forward and backwards. Just go back and forth, just like go ham on it for a second. All right, and just about the time all of the soap has been moved up onto your brush, I'm going to start bringing the water into play a little bit at a time, just to make sure my bubbles don't get too big and stay tight. There is still a part of my inner 13-year-old that is taking in whiffs of this and saying run.
I can get that. Even smelling it from here, like it's a little more intense than I would even want to spray on myself coming out of here.
Right.
I'm curious when we get to the splash if it's going to be more or more well-rounded with all those other sub notes. I don't know.
Well, it's like cauliflower. I didn't like it when I was little. My parents used to mash it up and hide it in my mashed potatoes and laugh while I ate them. Well, I'm going, what is wrong with these mashed potatoes? So I can't eat cauliflower to this day. I think it's a similar phenomenon. I think having been made to put this on and go to 5th grade traumatized me a little bit.
Were you just trying to be a good kid and actually use your gift? Because I feel like that's what I would have done.
No, that's the thing. It's like, I thought that was what cologne smelled like.
Right.
I didn't know that there was obsession for men. I didn't know that LaMail was coming and was going to see me through my college years. I thought this was it.
Right.
It was a little bit of a flanker to my dad's Avon stuff. So I was like, well, okay. But, you know, once you get to school and your teachers are like, what did you do this weekend? You smell like leather. Once they make a few phone calls, you learn not to put that on.
How old were you when you found out about the cauliflower thing?
High school.
So they laughed for quite a while.
They had a good laugh. Cream and mushroom soup has a similar origin story with me.
Look at that.
And I was going to say, we're just sitting here doing all this talking and ignoring this absolutely textbook lather being created right here in front of us. Y'all, I don't care what it smells like. Look how beautiful this is.
Super iridescent, too. Ooh.
It's kind of fun to shoot a review of a soap I kind of knew I wasn't really going to like.
Right.
Because it's a little weird for me to look at the camera and say, I'm not real thrilled about this.
I know, we almost could have done this as an Iffy Soap series, I'm not going to lie.
But here's the thing. I know enough dudes who do love their leather scents to know that this has got a real audience out there and a real lane.
It does.
Out there, but
doesn't have to be our lane.
Yeah, no. And this is something you'll only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Which One's Worse with 3, 1, 2. Oh, that's pretty squidgy. Oh, it's actually nicer on the puck.
You think?
This spreads out and gets kind of dirtier and squinchier for me.
I don't know.
What are you finding?
This has more to it. Like, it's packed in there a little tighter.
Yeah.
So it's a little more potent to me. I feel like that got a little air to it. It opened it up just a little.
Right.
I mean, they're still strong. I'm just going to say.
It's pokey.
Do we dare put that on our face?
I am all in for today's episode.
No going back.
We don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, but I do want you to see what happens with this Stirling lather when it goes on a moneymaker. And look at this. You get the confetti bubbles.
You do. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but you'll have to believe us.
This is nice. Actually, I mean, you know, going back to me not being a giant Oak Moss fan and this shining a giant spotlight on what we think is Oak Moss hiding in here.
It's its cousin if it's not.
This is nice. I appreciate this, if that makes sense.
Yes, I know where it stood in its lineage of time. This had a very important place.
Right. I don't really like it, but I really appreciate it.
Yes. And if an uncle or somebody was wearing this, I don't think I'd run the other way. It'd be fine. It may not be my favorite, but you definitely would know they are wearing something.
I would avoid the out of that uncle.
Let me just say, I'm not going to be putting this on myself. Like, some of the other leather ones, I'm like, okay, this is more masculine, but I could use it. This one is too masculine. I would not use this.
This girl was on the web right before this episode purchasing Leviathan EDP. All right? That should tell you. All right, yeah, well, come along with us. We're going to take this a little deeper and tell you why we have a real appreciation for English leather, and it's not the same. So back in the 70s, there was kind of this stereotype, especially in the aftershave world, that if you put on the right aftershave, you would have a harem of ladies following you around, hot and cold, running women right and left. And it was kind of a sexist idea. Not even kind of. It was kind of weird. So English Leather decided to completely turn the tables. Instead of a James Bond type who's describing why all of these ladies are clamoring over him, it was an elegant lady who was getting ready for a night on the town. And at the end of the commercial, she looks right into the camera and says,
All my men wear English leather, or they wear nothing at all.
Are you kidding? It totally flipped the script, because now you've got a lady who's got a harem of guys. And I think in one of the commercials, she was like a flight attendant.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I've got a guy in every city. Y'all.
No wonder you thought you were cool as soon as you got this, man. I get it.
Yeah, I immediately went out and started looking for somebody who had at least 4 other boyfriends.
All my men wear English leather.
You just took a shower. You can't.
I just took a shower. I might have to take another one. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this on.
I'll be
'cause
brave
that's
with you.
The kind of wet shaving hobbyist I am.
You know what would be
sort of
hilarious?
long
We're
haul.
about to go to my parents' house, so we should just
Yeah.
dose ourselves in this and be like,
We
how do you like this new set?
Mom, give me a hug. Here we go. She gets mad when I wear too many gourmands.
True.
She's like, why do you want to smell like maple and chai? This is really going to set her off. All right, here we go.
The kitties might run away.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
Oh,
Oh, maybe. Hold on. This might be
Duh.
where. This might be where Mandy and Rod gave it a little love, maybe.
what?
Oh, hold on.
This
Now I'm getting the honey iris rose.
this might be the first time we've ever said this. Are you sure this is the right soap to go with that splash? Are you sure? Like, I
Yes.
think they might have put Varenne in here by accident, and that's English leather.
So when you read that list earlier and leather was like way at the end of the list, this makes sense.
I like this. I really thought I was
Yeah,
going
I
to go
was
have to
hoping.
take another shower. Wait a minute. I'm getting every single one of those set notes.
Yes.
In this.
Even the honey.
I got 1 in that.
Maybe 2. We got our fake oak moss over there.
What? What?
We've been bamboozled here.
What? Hold on. Wait. I think they put Varenne in there. I think that's the wrong soap. Hold on. This is nowhere close. This is nowhere close. This is nowhere close. This is beautiful.
He doubled it up.
This is beautiful. This has got the vanilla. This has got the tonka.
Yes.
This has got the honey. This has got the citrus. This has got the florals.
And wait for it. I would maybe even wear this.
I would love her to wear this, which means that mission not accomplished. This does not smell anything like this did. No, I can't get over this. Are you sure?
Okay, go back to the list.
Yeah, wait,
No,
hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Because
Okay,
these
okay.
are the notes that are supposed to be in there. Bergamot, check. Lemon, check. Lavender, yes. Rosemary,
Yeah.
Orange, yeah.
Actually, yes,
Okay, honey,
orange.
Iris and rose.
Yeah.
They are there. Leather, yes. Well, hold on. This is
But-
funny. Leather, are you getting leather?
But it's that, see that list? Like, if you split it all evenly, that's the amount of leather spread out with all its friends. It's not like
Right.
leather
Yes.
with the other stuff.
There's very little leather in this.
I mean, I'm guessing it's here, but it's much more that ambery kind of color. It's a little lighter, more tame
I'm
than I
going to
was.
shake this and a jacket's going to pop out. That's how much leather
Yeah.
is in this. And then cedar, yes. Musk, check. Clean laundry, musk. Tonalide. I mean, I can sense it. Vixalide, like I can sense it in this.
Yeah.
They didn't have Vixalide back then. Vetiver and tonka bean.
Well, we just got schooled
Okay,
hard.
so get the splash. That's the whole point of today's episode. Is do not judge this by the soap. We spilled some of this on the plastic on the piano, and it's literally eating. See, I told you.
There's
I told
leather.
you English leather was bad.
It ate it.
800 soaps is the first time it's corroded the piano.
Most people, luckily, don't shave at their piano.
Yeah, most people don't do a shaving show at their keyboard. No, this is Varenne. This is different. This
Smell
is
for the honey. Like, that's all I'm getting
I'm
over
gonna make
here.
that go sit in the corner.
Yeah,
and
but-
think about what it did.
This is the first time I'm actually smelling the honey.
I loved it. I love this.
Didn't think you'd hear that, huh? Yeah.
I mean, what do I do now?
You had to wait how many years to be? Only thanks to Ron and Mandy could they help you.
Again, no. This is different. This does not smell like what I was
Okay,
given.
yeah.
No.
But even in the soap, it doesn't smell like the soap formation either, so.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be 13-year-old Marcus at Christmas with his favorite aunt, excited to see what she got you. Well, you're going to open a beautiful set of English leather, and you're going to grab this beautiful, handsome wooden topper, and you're going to spin it. You're going to take a big whiff, and you're going to look up at her, and she's going to say, "Don't worry, honey, I also got you a globe, and you're going to get your own." Head over to stirlingsoap.com, where you can find this and a wide range of other products. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with British leather, and did it bring back a ton of memories from that concoction of my childhood? No. No, it didn't, and here's why. This is far nicer. This is far better of a balance, and it reminds me of something. My aunt would buy those gift sets at the Pick and Save, which would make Marshall's look like the gift shop at the Ritz-Carlton, so they were probably expired, which is probably what made that prominent leather note in the original for me jump out and be a little bit rancid and a little bit too loud a singer. This is a different thing altogether, reminiscent echoes from the original, but a brand new way for my nose to experience what I'm sure was a much lovelier cologne than I was actually given. And in one of my favorite bases in the world, how could I possibly complain? Thank you, Rod and Mandy. We'll be back for some cotton candy soap bars pretty soon.
Welcome to our February messages.
Hey, y'all. So we reached out to Katie's Bubbles and asked Chris if they offer e-gift cards so we could make them our giveaway for February. And he said, well, we don't really do e-gift cards, but why don't you let me sponsor your giveaway of any premium soap from their line, Conus only. And all of you have to do to be eligible for this most generous giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back on our first March episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
I was prepped for another shower, but I'm going to take this over to your mom's and see how she likes it, and I bet she will.
I think you just put that on 4 times. That might be a record, y'all. Okay, I'm surprised.
Look at my face. I never, ever thought I'd be saying this at the end of this episode. Mm-hmm. But this almost hits the same place in me as Old Frickin' Spice.
I can see that.
Look at my face, because it's an oriental woody kind of
and
thing.
And it has the rose in there even, huh?
This is not a far walk. The soap is. Mm-hmm. The soap's a long walk. Yeah. You need Forrest Gump shoes.
That sat on the piano for a good few months, y'all.
I was scared.
We were waiting. We kept pushing it off, but we're like, okay, we finally got to do it.
And Leviathan.
That too.
We were just super petrified of our leather scents, and we decided we were feeling brave today, and I'm so glad we did. Because Leviathan blew our skirts up so high, they're still on the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe
this cured
that this
like
got
years.
me to make friends with at least the idea of my mortal enemy of a scent, even though it's still my contention they don't smell the same.
Right. I do feel like maybe Rod and Mandy helped out a little bit here, bring out some of those other scent notes, because there's just a charm. It's much more palatable here. Like, I would even put that on and be completely fine. Right. So the other soap version, not so much, but definitely the splash. I would still rock that.
And to my nieces, your Aunt Jan was an extraordinary woman. She played the piano. She was funny. She was beautiful. And once she had had enough of my father when they were little, and she took an arrow and shoved it right down his throat and became my hero for life.
Don't forget your next quote with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll probably smell better just watching this.